I was just outside, and there's this white SUV meeting me at an intersection, and he just like turns, and I'm just like looking at him as he turns. And then this other truck, this black truck, comes up and turns, and he like honks right as he's driving up behind me, turning, like going the same way as the white SUV. And then they're going over and parking on the side of the street. And I like walk up by the black truck. I'm like, "Can I help you?" Because he honked at me, you know. And then the guy that was getting out, he's getting out of the white SUV. Like as I walk by the truck, of course. As I walk by the black truck, he's getting out. And then he walks up to me, and he's like, "Can I help you? Can I help you, man?" The guy in the white SUV gets out, and he's like, he's like sticking up for his friend. And he has the guy in the white SUV has the green shirt with the white American flag, the sideways white American flag on it, you know, that I always see on the gangstalker shirts. And so he gets out and he's like, "Can I help you?" And he gets all in my face like he's gonna fight me. He's like acting like he wants to fight me. And then, and just like for what? Like all I said is, "Can I help you?" Or you know, "Can I help you?" That's all I said. After this guy honked at me, and then he gets out of his truck and he has one hand in his pocket, and he's like, uh, "You were just in the middle of the street, bro." And like I wasn't in the middle of the street. Like I was out of his way. I was like kind of on the street, like right by the curb, but like I was out of his way. Like he could turn around me. It's not like I'm not a big fat guy. I'm not like 300 pounds. You can go around me, bro. Like it's not hard. I'm not in the middle of the street at all. I wasn't in his way at all. He just honked because he's a gang stalker with a 44 license plate that got out with one hand in his pocket. And then I was like, "What's that on your shirt?" And you got one hand in your pocket. And like they were both just acting like they were gonna fight me. And I walk away, and he's like, "Yeah, you better walk away." And I was like, "You got one hand in your pocket." He's like, "Do you want me to take my hand out of my pocket?" I was like, "No, dude. I just want you to stop stalking me." And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "What? I'm not stalking you." You know, they're just they just act stupid. They just honk for no reason, and then they get mad that I ask, "Can I help you?" That's all that I said. Like I wasn't like they don't scare me at all. Like you don't scare me, dude. Like I didn't get it like an adrenaline rush or anything. Like he was all in my face like he was gonna fight me. And like in the past, I probably would have been like all jittery after that. But now I'm just like, I don't fear anybody. And I don't think the gang stalkers are allowed to even hurt you either. So I mean, I'm not gonna test that, you know. But like, I mean, they do with directed energy weapons and stuff, you know. But I mean, like, I don't think they're just allowed to assault you like that. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, last night, like I said, I drove by this house. And I was. It's like right by this intersection. There's a stop sign, and I come up to it, and I stop. And right at that moment, there's a light on the front of the house, and there's a light on the side of the house, like the side of the house that I'm driving by. So the light on the front of the house, like turn. They're both on, The light on the front of the house turns off right when I pull up to the intersection. And then right when I start driving, the other light turns off. And then right when I go through the other corner of the intersection, the other light turns back on. And then right when I drive by the house, the other light turns back on. And then there's just been synchronizing sirens when I go on deliveries. Like the past few nights, there was one where I pulled up and it's nighttime. It's like late. So there's like, it's like quiet outside, you know. I pull up to this house and I'm just like sitting in the car. I'm like looking at the GPS trying to figure out exactly which house it is. And so it's quiet, you know, and then I open the door and right at that moment the siren starts up, like an ambulance siren. Just a weird sounding siren too. Like I don't know if it's like a different siren setting or a different ambulance from like a different town or something, or I don't know. It was a weird sounding siren. And then there was this other siren that went off, I think last night, right when I drove through an intersection. And I'm sitting at a stoplight, and right when the light turns green and I start driving, the siren, like an ambulance siren, starts going off. And what else? It's just crazy. It's a billion things every day. Like when I go out on a delivery, there's a car driving by right when I go out the door, and then there's a car right when I step off of the curb onto the parking lot, and then there's a car right when I get to my car, or like multiple cars even, like driving by simultaneously, you know, like opposite directions or whatever. And then there's a car right as I get in my car, and then there's a car right as I start to back up or start my car, and then there's a car right as I get to the edge of the parking lot, or you know, right to the street, and then there's a car right when I drive out on the street, and like or just someone on a bike or whatever, you know, someone on a skateboard, or someone walking by, or someone walking through the door right as I walk out of it or into it. They're coming in or out. Like they're coming in right as I'm going out, or they're going in right as I'm going in even. Like they're just walking up to the door right at the exact moment that I do. And then like my coworkers are just making sounds around me all day and synchronizing around me all day and just nonstop, just constant. And it's like a small building and like a lot of people in there, and most of them, maybe all of them, are gang stalkers. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly, but it's like a small building, you know, so it's like there's just no moment of like if I'm sitting here in my apartment, it can be quiet. Like even during the daytime, it'll be quiet for a period of time or whatever. It'll be like I'll just have like peace, you know. But at work, it's just like I'll just like, you know, we get downtime occasionally, and I'll just like be standing there looking at my phone. I'll pull out my phone and like within 10 seconds at the most, there's someone walking over by me because they have to. Because Simon said, walk over by me. Because Big Brother said, walk by me. So it's just all day. Like, I'll just pull out my phone and then the phone rings at, someone's calling in ordering a delivery. And they got a 33 phone number or whatever, 322 or 66 or 99 or whatever on their phone number usually. Something like that. I don't know if it's like their actual like phone number, or if they give them like a text now number that has like, or like what. I don't know what's going on with the phone number synchronizers. I swear they do the phone number synchronizers with the numerology syncing. But the phone calls will come in synchronized, is what I'm saying. Constantly. Like all day. Like pretty much every phone call is synchronized. So, it'll be a phone call coming in, or it'll be someone walking over by me, or it'll be someone coming in the door, and then like everybody else is busy, so I'm the one who has to go over to help the customer that just walked in the door. When I'm just like, it's like I pull out my phone, and then bam, someone walking through the door, and they got a red shirt or a camo shirt on, or a camo hat, or a skull on their shirt, or whatever. Or that American flag thing, the white American flag thing. I've been seeing the Epstein Island stripe shirts lately. I saw a guy on a bike, I think last night or the night before that, when I was delivery driving. I think it was last night. I saw him like a couple of times. And he had the blue and white horizontal stripe shirt, like Epstein Island stripes. And I just see that all the time. And I've seen... at least one time I saw this child with an Epstein Island striped shirt on. Gang stalking, synchronized. I've seen synchronized Epstein Island striped shirts around me. I'm seeing Epstein Island striped shirts around me, synchronized. Hey, gang stalkers. Any of y'all that don't know, I'm seeing Epstein Island striped shirts around me, synchronized. So that's who you work for. What else? People will always just be... Oh, I was going to talk about how people are always... or lately, they've been like having cars that are like don't know if they're trying to cause a wreck or what. Like, they'll just be driving insanely. And then this one guy rode up on a bike right at the, like, I was driving through this intersection, and I'm driving on the right, in the right lane, and he's riding up to the corner, like, you know, like right next to me. And like, I didn't see him coming. I don't know where he came from. But he's just riding up right next to me, like, I don't know. Like, he just, like, was really close to me, and I'm like, dude. And then this one guy almost walked out in front of me. Or looked like he was going to, I don't know. But it's like, and then these cars are just, like, driving, like almost running into me. And, or, like, driving out in front of me. Backing up out in front of me as I'm driving down the street. Things like that. It's crazy. And then they're just always driving really slow in front of me and just getting in my way. Getting in my way in parking lots as I'm trying to back out. They're just surrounding me, so I can't back out. I just gotta wait for them. And then I sit at a red light and I wait for the light to turn green. And then it finally turns green right when a white car pulls up to it. And I'm like, thanks, Whitey. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks for turning the light green for me. Now I can go. Thanks, dude. And then sometimes I'll be coming to my destination and there'll be a one headlight or a white car or a cop or something driving through the intersection right where my turn is to go to the place that I'm going. Or they're driving by right at the house that I'm going to. And it's like, thanks, dude. You helped me out. You helped me find the place. Appreciate it. But then sometimes it'll be, I'll pull up at night to a house to drop off a delivery. And the light on the house next to it will turn on right as I pull up or whatever, or it'll be on and there'll be someone standing out there, but it's like the neighbor, but they're a gang stalker. They're just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they just do things to play with me. They just like, or I know that they do things to play with me. I don't know if that's one of them, but they just do things to play with me though. Like, they just do things just to like purposefully just waste my time and just like just play with me, you know? And then they're always saying like cat. They're always saying the word cat. They're talking about their cats synchronized at a synchronized moment. Like, I'll walk up to the register to help a customer, and right at that moment, someone across the room is saying, "Did I tell you what my cat did yesterday?" And like, they're saying the word cat right as I'm walking up, or right as I'm handing the cash over or whatever, you know? Like, right as I'm doing something, they're saying the word cat, or they're saying my name, or they're saying whatever, something to say it to me across the room subliminally. Some word or something that I was talking about or posting about. They're saying it across the room to say it to me while saying something else to somebody else. at a synchronized moment. Right at that moment. Every day. Multiple times throughout the day. Like, it's just so many things. It's like, it's just relentlessly stupid and just non-stop stupidity. And people will always just be like giggling, especially like the younger ones, like the teenager gang stalkers that are in like high school. Those be like giggling. Like, it's like a prank, you know? It's like they're pranking somebody. Like, that's how they see it, I guess. So they're just like, like, basically like in my face, you know? Like, as I'm walking by them, they're like, I'm just like, what's so funny, guys? What's the joke? I like jokes. Tell me the joke. Y'all don't want to tell me the joke? I like jokes. Tell me what the joke is. Like, apparently it's hilarious to just drive by me in a white car at an intersection. Like, that's just the funniest thing on earth for some reason. I don't know what's so funny about it. I mean, I guess it's kind of goofy and like, you know, I laugh at it sometimes because it's like silly. But people are just like in there just like cracking up, and I'm like, what's so funny, guys? They can't tell me what the joke is though. I don't know. Uh, uh, oh, like there's this one car last night. Like, it's just sitting at the intersection in front of me. It's like a white gang stalker truck, and I think it had some type of license plate number. And I'm just, it's at the intersection. I'm behind it, and it's just sitting there at the intersection at the stop sign, and there's no cars anywhere. And like, I didn't honk or anything. I was just sitting there waiting for him. I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Do your thing, gang stalker. Like, he's just sitting there for like 30 seconds or whatever. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, and they'll just do things like that. They'll just sit there at a stop sign for no reason, or they'll turn extremely slowly. Like, it doesn't take 30 seconds to turn a car through an intersection. It just doesn't. It doesn't take. Like, why is it, like, are your arms too weak to turn the steering wheel or something? Why does it take you so long to turn? And then they'll pull up to the intersection at the same time as you, and then they'll just sit there and be like, you go, and I'll just be sitting there like, no, you go. You pull up in your white SUV at the same time as me, you go. You're in my way, go. And they'll just be sitting there like, no, you go, go, you go. You go. I'm like, no, go. And it's just a whole like 30 seconds. And they just do things, little things like that, just to waste 30 seconds of your time over and over throughout the day. And it adds up to like wasting like 5 hours of your time. You know? Just adds up over the day. And then, you know, like I said, when I'm just at work, like even if I go to the bathroom, they're making synchronized noises through the door of the bathroom, or coming up and jiggling the door handle of the bathroom at a synchronized moment. Like someone's trying to come in the bathroom, but they're doing it right as I'm zipping up my pants or whatever. Or they're just making a banging noise out there synchronized. So it's like nonstop at work. It's just nonstop. So over the course of the day, I just get angry by the end of the day. I'm just like, and like I'll just be laughing throughout the day, and then at some point, occasionally, maybe not every day, but at some point occasionally, I'll just be like, you know, like I'll just be really extremely angry all of a sudden. Because it's just like, I'm just looking around at all these people. I'm like, and they're just all having a blast. They're just all having a good time. They're just all laughing, having a good time as they stalk me. And I'm like, what's up, bro? Fuck's wrong with y'all? Really? What's wrong with y'all? So tonight I'm gonna go to work, and I'm just gonna be stalked the whole time again, and just gotta just deal with it for the rest of my life, I guess, because it's just, everybody's a stalker. So or, you know, everybody around me is a stalker. So that's just, it just is what it is. Every night when I go to work, I'm just stalked constantly. Nonstop. by sounds and people walking by me and people coughing, people coming over standing by me, people coming over and talking to me as they stalk me. And then I get stalked all the way to work, and then I get stalked all the way back from work. And then I get stalked on my break at work. And I get no breaks. And you know, like right now, I don't hear them making sounds. I don't hear trucks outside. Like this whole time I've been recording this video, right now, I don't think I've heard any stalkers stalking out. Like I got my AC on, so that's kind of loud, so I can't really hear a whole lot out there right now anyway. But like, you know, if I'm in my apartment, or if I'm like maybe at someone's house or whatever, you know, but that's about it. Everywhere else I'm getting stalked constantly. Unless it's late at night, then they're not stalking as constantly, but they're still stalking constantly, but just not, you know, there's just longer periods of time in between where there's nothing happening. It's just completely quiet and peaceful, the way life should be. But during the day, if I'm out in public, I'm getting stalked non-stop by people, by insects, and by animals and birds, by sounds, and sirens, and car alarms. This car alarm went off next to me today. I saw someone do a U-turn today, finally. I haven't seen someone do a U-turn in like a month. So that was amazing. I saw someone do a U-turn. Synchronized. So that was this just is reality. I saw someone do a U-turn deliberately to stalk me. It's the stupidest thing that you could possibly come up with, but it is the facts. There was somebody driving by me today that did a U-turn just to stalk me and then drove off. I don't know why he did that. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he did that. And when I go outside in a minute, thousands of people are going to be doing that again. See you on the next video. And when I'm back, it'll still be happening again.